Uh, hey, J-Bo, you out there? You partying? Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? Why don't you click on that link and come on tonight? Party with us. Hey, Dave. How are you? That was a good chat last night. You never know how they're going to, turn out. Did you check out my ice fishing video yet? Oh yeah, here's Stephanie. Stephanie, I clicked on it. Do it again. Stephanie, do it again. I clicked on it, and then you disappeared. Oh, cool. Yeah, I really like doing that. Here's Stephanie. Here's my girl. Came off again. It's coming up, and then she clicks on it, and then it goes off. Try again, Stephanie. I like looking under the ice like that. Don't you think it looks cool, Dave? Boy, a guy caught a huge lake trout. I didn't even think lake trout run these inland lakes. Big one. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I decided on these chats that I'm just not going to monetize them. There's Stephanie.
Tom.
How you doing?
Oh, hey, sorry, my phone is screwing up or something. It kept booting me off for some reason. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, working pretty good now.
Yeah. So how are you? You got your band back today?
Yeah, I got it back today, running like a top. Yeah, I got to get this. There's a pulley in there that's got a bearing going. I wish they would have just called me and said, "Do you want this fixed?" I'd have said yes. Now I'm going to have to drop it off there again. It drives me nuts.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's making this noise, like a squeaky fan belt. Just drives me nuts. So now I'm going to have to drop it off there some other day rather than have it all fixed now, Yeah, it's making this noise, like a squeaky fan.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I turned off the YouTube. This StreamYard, it gets kind of confusing sometimes.
Yeah, you've done it before. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
How's your weather out there?
Oh, our rain is back. All our snow is gone.
You had some pretty cool weather out there, huh?
Oh, man, Tom, we had so much snow for us. It was so fun for it lasted for about, I don't know, 8 days. And then the rain came back. So it was nice for a week. I mean, when we get snow, it just shuts down the whole city here.
Yeah. Did you end up getting your shot eventually? COVID shot?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that, Tom.
Oh, you didn't get it?
Yeah, I don't want to. And I've been sick too. I went to the doctor and I got that damn bronchitis back.
Yeah.
I've had, I think, in the last 6 months, I think I've had about 6 COVID tests because I've been in and out of the doctor with my lung thing going on. So,
yeah.
every time you go to the doctor or the hospital now, they want to give you that damn test.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But on that bronchitis now, if you don't want to keep getting that because that'll scar your lungs every time you get it.
Oh, Tom, I've had chronic bronchitis my whole life.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can keep from getting it,
Oh, I know it. No, I've had I get the ammonia shot every 5 years. Um but I only had walking pneumonia a couple times in my life. But yeah, so I have to be careful. I'm feeling a little better now.
Do you wear a mask when you go out?
Oh gosh, yes, Tom.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh. I don't go the only places I go because we're on the they passed this thing now in our state that you can't go anywhere without a card for the COVID. So if you don't have that COVID card, you're not allowed in restaurants, bars, any social places at all. The only place you can go is the grocery store.
Oh, okay.
So, and we're losing a lot of little businesses because of this.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, it's tough everywhere.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. There's a Mexican restaurant close to my home that we've gone to for about 20 some years. We've eaten there, and they're closing, and it's so sad. They can't make it.
Yeah, it is sad.
Yep.
There's a couple of high-end places in Detroit that they've been around for 20 years. Culinary arts, high-end stuff, did well, but this COVID finished them off too.
Oh, I know. It's just awful, Tom. It's just so terrible, and even the poor kids. My niece's little kids. If they have a runny nose, they send them home. If they have cough, they send them home. And then the poor kids have to have that COVID test before they can go back to school. Even.
Yeah. No,
I mean, yeah. It's crazy. It's just awful. I feel really bad for the kids. They're not going to know what a normal life is.
Yeah, it's different. That sure is. Yep.
Yep. So, but I know the last few months I just stay home. Oh, my big outing is going to Walmart.
Oh,
okay. Excuse me. That's my big outing a couple times a month. Going to Walmart.
Now, is your
Anthony? Hey, Tom.
Anthony, do you have
Hey, Tom.
How are you?
Good, you?
Good. Stephanie, this is Anthony.
Hi, Anthony.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad.
Good. I saw you and Tom on a stream one time. You guys went out to lunch.
Yeah, mangoes. Remember, Anthony?
Yep.
Yep. Anthony's a food connoisseur.
Well, yeah, you guys, I think you went out for Mexican food, and oh my gosh, Anthony, that's my favorite food, Mexican food.
Yeah, it's a good place to go where we go, isn't it, Anthony?
Yes, and you went to Coos, huh?
Mm-hmm. I went there today.
What you ordered?
I got something new, LE, and then I think it's DO or something different,
Do you like that?
Yeah, it was okay. I don't like it as much as the stuff I usually get, but if I got this acid reflux stuff, they want you to stay away from high-fat food, and that sauce they use on that Penang is like about as bad as it gets for high-fat. But this stuff that I had, stuff was
what you ordered again?
It was like LE, and then I think it was DO or DA. I just read the ingredients. The noodles were deep fried in peanut oil, which is why I got it. Then I got shrimp. It was okay, but it's not as good as the stuff that I normally get. In other words, it was too healthy. Tasted like shit.
I know.
What soup do you order?
Egg drop. I get the same one all the time. Get my sodium up there high. Get that blood pressure rolling. Right,
That
Stephanie?
Oh yeah.
That is great homemade stuff. Do you know their stuff is more homemade?
Yeah, it's homemade. Yeah, you're right.
Like it's
Stephanie,
more.
that restaurant, what are the people going to do? Did you talk to them, or are they just beside themselves?
He said they have 2 more months. That they can last 2 more months. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. Now
Yes.
he lets my whole family go. Some of us have a card, some of us don't. But we've gone, we've known them for so many years that he lets us come in. And
Okay.
that's really nice because he could get a fine for that if he was ever checked.
Yeah.
Um,
Make sure you don't say the name of it.
oh no.
Yeah.
But also my Chinese restaurant that I've gone to now, gosh, Tom, it's been there over 40 years, and they're still doing okay because because the bar. She told me the bar keeps them going.
Oh, really? Yeah, probably more
Yeah,
profit. Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's a bad time to own a restaurant now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said, especially here when they're limiting the people, you know, uh the people that don't have cards, they can't go supposedly, but um, you know, us
Yeah.
who have gone there for many years and know the people,
Yeah.
they're more lenient to us. So but we, of course, yeah, we just keep our mouth shut.
Do you think they might make it after 2 months, or they're going out of business for sure?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't
Well,
know. He cut his staff in half. He had to let half his employees go.
hmm.
So it's a family owned business. So he has just his family there. They don't have any other workers but family working there. So, a lot of them probably aren't even getting paid, if it's family.
Yeah, you got that right. Yep.
Yeah. So
There's
it's
that's how they got the farmers too. They got them all
hmm
behind the 8 ball. Not
Yep.
making any money, too old to go somewhere else.
Yep. I know.
Terrible. It's
Oh,
a
I
crazy
know.
time in life,
Oh God, Tom, I'm so glad I'm retired now. Oh man.
Don't blame you.
Yep.
I mean, you might have the right idea. Don't get the shot. Shit.
Well, yeah. I've known a couple people, Tom, that have done it, and they're having problems, Tom. They are having health problems now, and they had none before. So, that to me, that's some scary stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with my health issues I've got going on, I get scared that I might be a dead woman.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know. Sometimes I think if I get it naturally instead of having it pumped into me, then let God take its course.
Yeah.
Um, so there, a lot of people. I don't like to talk about it because a lot of people feel different, and
Yeah.
and I don't want to, argue with people about it. So
Yeah.
that's why I just kind of don't talk. It's like politics. You don't talk about it with your friends.
Yeah. You,
So
now you see Michelle on here, the blonde right here.
yes, hi Michelle.
She thinks anybody that doesn't get the COVID shot should get a bullet between the eyes.
Yeah, I know. See, now that's why I think it's like politics. It's something you shouldn't talk about with friends
You're
or
welcome,
family.
Michelle. I'm trying to help her channel.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I
No, it's up to you. It's your right.
I know. I know it, Tom.
I think that's, it's funny you should say that because I was talking to a lady I ran into eating dinner who lost her husband. And it's been a couple years. And I told her, and this is the truth too. Sometimes, I mean, I just turned 66, right? So what do I got? Another 10 years, 15, maybe. And in those years, I know what's coming. It's not going to be any new hot, torrid love affair. It's not going to be a new house. I'm not moving. There's not going to be a new job. So sometimes I think to myself, give me COVID, goddammit. Because it isn't like I'm 30 and dating, 2 Dallas cheerleaders. Get it over with.
Oh, I know, Tom. I kind of,
That's a crazy way to think, but I do think that way from time to time. Yeah,
I know. I'm 64, so I'm like you. What do we got? 10, 15 years left,
Yeah, and it isn't like it's, a party every day.
Right.
Doctor's appointments.
Oh, I know. Yep. That's another thing. I only go when I absolutely have to, because I'm what you go, Tom, and then they say, okay, well, you should go here. Okay, you should go here and have this test. Okay, you should do this. I'm not going to spend my old years running to the doctors, every day of my life. I'm not going to do that. Yeah. No way.
No, I don't blame you.
No.
Yeah. See, Anthony and Michelle, they're sitting here looking at us like, look at these crazy old people.
Yeah, I know. I know it. I know.
You guys will be there someday. It's subtle, isn't it? Isn't it, Stephanie? It just creeps up on you.
Oh, definitely does.
Yeah.
Gosh, even at 50, I felt great. And then all the crap I got going on now didn't hit me till I was 60. And then it was like, oh God, I got this wrong. I got that wrong. I got that wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm done. I'm done going to the doctor to tell me something else is wrong with me.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Yeah. Well, I hope you don't get it. I mean, who would wish that on anybody,
Oh, I know. And it affects all people in all different ways, which is so strange,
Yeah.
So.
Really, yeah. Well, good luck to you. That's all I can say.
I know. Just got to be cautious.
Yeah.
And my little life, only around, involves my small family and, stuff like that. Now, if I was a social person, if I, had a social job and was out in the world every day, you bet my attitude would be a lot different.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, I do. Yeah. I do.
No, I spend 90% of my life at home now. So
what you got to look forward to, Michelle?
Yeah, Michelle.
Stephanie's talking about the golden years.
Yeah, these are the golden years, my dear. Sounds wonderful, doesn't it?
Yes. At Michelle's age, that seems like so far off. Crazy. Well, hang in there, Stephanie.
Oh, yeah. I'll be all right. Tom. I've had a good life.
Yeah, good. And I hope that restaurant makes it.
Oh, me too. Gosh, we go 3-4 times a month there. We used to go. Yeah. So I hope they make it too.
Yeah, me too. God, that's a tough, because they got to go out and get jobs now after being self-employed.
I know. Isn't that something?
Yeah. You're 50 years old. You own your own restaurant. You were doing well, and now you got to go apply somewhere as a beginning worker.
I know. Isn't that something?
Yeah, I don't know how we could do that. You know what I mean? Then if you want to make money, you got to do some crap job you don't like, which is why it pays a lot.
Yep.
A truck driver, you got to never have a day off to make good money doing that anymore. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Shoot me first, Frisky. That's what I tell her. People tell me I'm thinking of killing myself. That's what I tell them, Stephanie. Shoot me first.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never had those thoughts.
Oh,
No,
you're
never.
lucky.
Yeah, I know I am, Tom. No, never wanted to do that stuff.
Yeah, good for you. Probably just good genes,
Maybe,
you know?
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. The future is murky, that's for sure.
Yeah, I
Michelle, what's
know.
your take on this?
On what exactly?
Just like the future. Are you open arms? Are you skeptical of it because of what you've experienced the last couple of years? You think it's all going to go away?
Um, I don't know anymore.
You're about ready to
Like
pull out a Ouija board?
I just try to think as positive as I can, and I try not to think about it as much as possible.
How's that working for you?
Some days it works really wonderful. Some days it works really great, just living in my own little like everything's okay, and
Yeah,
but like here they're they're very strict, like with masks and everything. Like you really can't go a lot of places without wearing a mask, or they'll tell you to put a mask on, or
yeah,
you do what you can, but
yeah,
I I don't want to like live in a hole because
yeah. Now you've got your vaccination, of course, right?
do I?
You did have it, didn't you? Get one?
Yeah,
Did you get the booster too?
no,
Are you going to get it?
probably not.
Really? Why? Do you know?
I just don't really like I've known a lot of people who've gotten COVID
Yeah,
and like a very small percent, and they were probably older than I would say like 60,
yeah,
ended up getting severe, and the people who did get it that got severe COVID
yeah.
had underlying like a lot of underlying health conditions.
Right.
So
But what does
Right.
that? But what does that have to do with the shot?
why get boost, like why get all these shots for something where most people they're okay. It's like the flu almost for most people.
Oh, okay.
Like most of my friends who are my age, um, I have
Yeah.
known I knew a girl and she was in her late 20s. She got it. She ended up being in the hospital for a couple days on oxygen
Hmm.
and she's fine now, but she was also pregnant too. So
Oh, and did she have the baby?
Mhm.
And how's the baby?
Perfect.
Oh, good.
Yep. She's
Oh,
back
wait.
to normal. And even someone that I knew, they were in their like mid 50s. She ended up on a ventilator. She had lung issues before though, so it wasn't like, she had lung issues before. She ended up on a ventilator for 20 days, and now she's recovering, and it's looking good for her.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So why would you have got the beginning one? I guess.
I don't know, peer pressure.
Okay, good answer.
Michelle, I was just gonna say that peer pressure.
I
Yep.
mean, honestly, like I said, I've known a ton of people who've gotten it, a ton, like who tested positive, in quarantine, and most of them did not have to get hospitalized, and the ones that did were older and had
Right.
underlying health conditions. But like that even goes with the flu. So like the flu or the common cold, if you're like over 60, 70 years old and you catch the flu, you might end up in the hospital for it,
Right. Yeah.
before
Right.
COVID.
Yeah. I'm still getting my syphilis and herpes vaccinations every year.
Tom, don't start making me laugh because then I'll start coughing.
I don't want to. I'm not skipping those no matter what.
He's like COVID.
Oh gosh.
Well, luckily, I was just talking to this lady today. She works for a large grocery store chain, and they're making it mandatory now, the employees. So I'm sure you guys aren't fond of that program.
Yeah, like I feel like that kind of goes against your rights. to make something mandatory. Like, if you don't want to, let's say you don't want to take the vaccine, you should be able to have like an option. Like, okay, well, if you're not going to get the vaccine, then, you have to get tested so often or you have to wear masks. But there's still a lot of places here that where it's not mandatory to get
Okay.
vaccinated. I mean, like, you should always have the option, right? So, like, either you either you don't get vaccinated, but like you have to wear a mask, or like, get tested every so often, or get
Yeah.
the vaccine. It should be a choice.
It is a choice, but like in Michigan, you can lose your job over it if you don't see it their way.
Right.
Yeah, Tom, I thought didn't the Supreme Court have a thing going that they ruled that jobs could not make you get the jab?
Not that I know of. But
Because what happened is my nephew works for a big company here in Seattle, the big airline company. That's all I'll say. I'm sure you can figure out which one. Okay, and they were telling their employees that they had to get the jab by December 1st. Okay, then they extended it till January 1st.
Uh-huh.
And my nephew, he was so upset. He he has a family, 4 children, a wife, and he's a cancer survivor. And his family, they chose not to get it. So he was just, really upset and worried. Well, then they something about the Supreme Court or something. So the company told the employees that they did not have to get it now to keep their jobs.
Okay. I didn't know that, but maybe.
Yeah. So now he is so happy he can keep his good job and not have to get it if he doesn't want to. But so for a couple months, my whole family, we were all upset over that because he's chosen not to get it, for now.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't have to get it. So the big companies like that, I don't know if they have something going on that they can't, Now little places, I don't know, they may be able to say you can't come to work unless you get it. I don't know, but
Well,
yeah, in Michigan, they've got a thing where if you don't get it by April, they can send the police in and knock down the door and give it to you.
oh
but see,
wow.
see, that's wrong. Okay. And then, like, the thing
Yeah.
is, too, is what happened to, like, okay, so we know what the symptoms are now of coronavirus, right? COVID, right? We know what
Yeah.
we know what they are. So if we start to feel like we're getting that way, we should be able to have the the common sense, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't go to work. Oh, I'm coming down with something, like, and not go near other people, instead of just being like,
Yeah.
Tom, I want to ask you something, man.
Let me have it.
How can I send the money?
For what?
Yeah, that $30
For what?
to help someone.
Oh, you mean like a person?
Yeah,
Well, I know that Tassie could use a little help, but I don't know that you're familiar with her, are you?
that doesn't matter much to me. Just the money should get across to you. That's all.
But actually, I have the money to give to him. I saved all my YouTube money.
Yeah,
I mean,
you said that. You said that, so I
I
know.
appreciate it. So, I
Okay.
mean, but I got enough.
Cool. But don't hesitate,
No,
because
thank you for offering, though. Appreciate it.
most welcome, because we should all contribute together. It's on your shoulder, and that was it.
No, I think so. But thank you for offering. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm all for contributing to stuff just like that. I do. That's what I spent all my YouTube money on because, like I said all along, I never thought I'd get paid back for any of it. I was really just doing it for fun. So it's money I got for it'd be like you going on vacation. 10 years later, they say, we want to reimburse you for those vacations you took. It's like, wow, great. It's like play money. It's not like money you really earned. So it did allow me to do a lot of stuff. And I still do it. And I still got a lot of it left. So, but thank you for doing that. I just don't want to,
You're welcome.
I don't want to take money that I don't need. I mean, it's not for me, it's for other people, but I got enough.
Yes, I got the point.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
But just in case.
No, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I want to, if I ever run out of my herpes vaccination money. Now that's important.
Yeah,
I
Tom,
leave that out of my dating profile too,
You know,
Stephanie.
that's
what,
very
Tom?
important. Very
Tom-
important.
Actually, I think you might be onto something there because doesn't
Thanks, Shane.
what's the one that turns into shingles? Doesn't that turn into
Shingles is a variation of the herpes virus. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep, it's true.
So if
And
they
that's related to, there's a lot of ways you can get that. Actually, I went, they thought I had autoimmune disease, and I went on Humira. It's a biologic. You see commercials for it in Enbrel,
okay.
and they warn you it's going to lower your resistance to different things. And I shot that about 10 o'clock one night, and by 6 o'clock I had like flaming shingles. And it was created by that shot, and it was a known side effect. It hurt like hell for about 3 days. Yeah. Now shingles, people think, shingles, like I didn't know anything about them, right? But I can tell you this, for young people out there, you think I'm not going to get shingles. I never had herpes, right? But I got shingles because of taking that Humira. And what I learned later on after I researched it was that, you just think you get shingles, you're going to get the shot, it's going to go away. And the likelihood of getting it again isn't as high. But I'll tell you, there are people that get shingles, but that nerve pain never goes away. It's a constant life problem. So, after that, I thought I'm going to get that shingle shot, which I do now, because I never realized some people, it never really goes away. It's kind of like gout. People that have gout, they can't even stand the pressure of a sheet on their skin.
If I start eating too much pork, then I get gout too.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So you just work on keeping your uric acid levels low.
Yeah.
Yeah. You stay away from certain foods?
Yeah, like pork.
Okay. Yep, that's right.
But I eat a lot of pork and then I suffer.
Here's a positive health thing. So they started, it was on the news here yesterday. They did one of the first pig heart transplants.
Yep, I saw that too.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
How's the pig doing?
And now the Muslims will cry.
I think that's amazing.
Muslim people don't eat pork, and yeah, I was having fun with this post on Facebook yesterday. Because I have few
that much.
I have few Muslims on there, and
TB is no joke either. I saw someone wrote in the comment about tuberculosis. I actually, I'm not going to say any names. I don't know if they want their business.
Say the names.
But one of my family members got TB as a young kid, and they were on medication for like 2 years for it.
Yeah,
they're fine, and they're adults now and everything, and they got over it.
I guess it's your grandfather.
What's that?
I guess it's your grandfather, your grandmother.
No, it was a sibling.
Really?
Yeah, they were like.
It was around like that.
Yeah, no. This was back in like the late 80s.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I had quite a few old photo albums of the sanitariums where people with TB went back in the day. They thought that fresh air cured it at the time.
My grandfather was specializing in tuberculosis. He was specializing in that as a doctor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was with the British Army. as a Met back in the days.
Huh. Is he still
Yeah,
around?
my uncle was also in Burma front. You know, there was a war against the Jap in Burma.
Yeah.
So he was in the Air Force, so he was there.
Oh, wow.
So like as far as like vaccines and like stuff getting eradicated, I'm not sure if that's even true anymore because I went to the doctor's office the other day and there was a big poster that said, stop the spread of measles or something like that. I'm like, is measles back now? Like I asked the lady, I'm like, why did you give me this paper about the measles? You know, like I thought that was like a long gone thing.
No, I think
Um,
measles has been around the whole time. I don't think it ever left.
Mumps
Polio,
and
I think,
measles.
was contained. What's that, Interneil? Hey, Interneil.
Yeah.
I saw your aquarium videos.
Oh, you did? You did?
Yeah. Would you just lose interest in that, or why'd you quit videoing it?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I get lost and then I procrastinate. Yes, you're right. I lose interest, sometimes because of the daily monotony. To go and check out the mailbox and do the necessary, bureaucracy out down here. All paperwork, official work. Then I lose interest.
Yeah, I like those blue shrimp.
Yeah, blue shrimps. They were very expensive shrimp. I started breeding them and I sold them, and now it's empty.
Gotcha.
So-
And what would people do with those generally?
They breed it. It's each shrimp cost about around €9.
And what do they just put them in tanks and people watch them, or?
Yes, and you can make different types of breeds from these shrimps. They actually come from Java area. It's very popular in Germany. Shrimps breeding.
Oh, cool. And how many would you have at a crack when they have babies?
Oh, I had plenty, and I got rid of them.
Gotcha. What's that
And
one
that-
shrimp that like can snap? It can break a clamshell. It's a kind of shrimp. It can like break your finger.
Yes, I've seen that too on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. Yep. Where else?
Mm.
Yeah, I'd
I
breed.
love shrimp.
Yeah, I like shrimp too. I really do. Most of them are farm raised now.
Yeah, they are, Tom. They are farm raised shrimp.
Almost everybody gets the farm raised, and almost every place you go, unless it's an Asian place like I went today, they overcook the shrimp.
Do
Yeah.
they? But
It's
in
easier
Long
to overcook shrimp.
Long
Yeah.
Island, they don't do that. I've checked out the Asians down there.
You ate some? Yeah, mantis. That's right, Dave. Yeah, mantis shrimp. That's pretty
Yes,
interesting. It can break the
mantis
clam-
shrimp. Yeah,
Yeah.
it has strong claws.
Yeah, they like snap and break clamshells.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you think of evolution, you know that something like that really interests me. I mean, not to get into a lot, like you're not a religious guy, you said, Interneil. And,
No, not at all. My father was not religious because I come from a doctor's background. All my aunts, they are not
science,
religious.
all science, right?
No.
Yeah, Michelle, you don't cut yourself as religious, do you?
I do.
Oh, that a girl. How about you, Stephanie?
I'm sorry, Tom. What was the
Would
question?
you consider yourself religious?
You know, to be really honest, since I've gotten older, yes, but when I was younger, no. I was brought up in the Lutheran church, and of course, as kids, we went to Sunday school. But once I became a teenager, I quit going. I went once a year on Christmas with my mother, and that was it. So no, back then I wasn't. But it's funny how the older you get, you start to become more that way.
Yeah.
It's really sad that happens, but a lot of my older friends and stuff, same thing with them. When you get to be older, you become, you start to believe more. Yes, Tom. Mm-hmm.
So you planning on ending up in heaven?
Well, I do know I'm not going to the other place. I know I'm not going there because I've led a pretty good life. So, I don't know if it will be a heaven, but it will be a good place. I know I'll go to a good place, whatever that is.
Okay.
And
Um,
in Hamburg, the majority of Germans are not religious.
Most
Not at all.
psychiatrists are not religious.
Yeah.
No, I'm
And
not.
my wife isn't religious either.
And she's Hispanic.
Yeah, she was raised in a typical Catholic family background, and she was getting battered up by her mother for doing this, doing that, and yeah. And then when she was 16, 17, she freaked out, had 2 babies, and the guy left to Florida and joined the military, and now he drives a Porsche and blah blah. And then the second guy, then the third guy, and fourth one is me in her life.
But unrelated to heaven, like, whether you're religious or whether you're not, and you look at something like, let's say, a mantis shrimp. I mean, did that just start out from nothing? Just one day. We just all of a sudden had apes and whales and mantis shrimps out of nothing. Now, look, I'm not religious either, so I'm not setting you up. But when you look at what,
yeah, but I don't disrespect religious people. If they take me to the church, I go there, and yeah, I don't mind. But yeah, but if they say that convert and join us, then yeah, take that. No conversion.
So, but
Yes.
if you think, what would your answer be for like how the world ended up with a mantis shrimp?
Tom, knock it off.
Well, I
wanna
know. Well,
this.
Yeah,
no,
Big
there
Bang.
had to be some kind of a beginning. Somewhere, somehow, there had to be a beginning of, something. So, I don't like to think about it. It boggles my mind. I don't really like to think about it because, yeah. I mean, it's like, where did anything come from? Like Tom said, that shrimp. I mean, anything, animal, even the planets. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, the planets. That's another one. What's your take on this, Neil? Just circling around.
I have thought about infinity many a times, and it's endless, and there's no time. It's infinite.
How do you know?
Because I know there are more planet than Earth.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's endless. You're right. I mean,
you cannot catch infinity in anything. It's so vastness.
Yeah, there's no end. Yeah.
We are microorganisms. We are going back to the Earth, and then the next will evolve because of the oxygen and all that sunshine and water. That's how the process continues. Or kids will have kids, or maybe not.
All right, Michelle.
Oh, about religion. Oh, I believe. I've not only known people who have had like death experiences and were brought back and said that they saw Jesus, and like I'm 100% sure that there's something just better than all of us, there's a higher power, and I can feel it. And yeah.
What's
Like,
the feeling?
You just know it's weird. It's like there's only a couple things in my life that felt like natural and like, and that was, having a baby. And that was just like, I don't know. You just like, no. Like it's a comforting feeling.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you feel, Stephanie?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you think about it, having a baby is a miracle in itself. I mean,
I think the miracle was making the baby.
Yeah, I knew you. I knew Tom would say, he'd have to say something about that.
Right.
No, I mean, when you think about it. Oh,
I think even a bigger miracle was never having one.
well, that's me. Yeah, never having one. That's me. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
think. Yeah, well, nobody ever got back with us. That's what we know for sure. Nobody ever
yeah.
got back from the promised land.
So what happened in the chat? Like, why is everybody like, oh no, what happened?
What was somebody on there? I think they were saying, acting like, there's a few medical professionals on here, and I think the lady was like jerking their chain about they didn't know what they were talking about.
Oh, I thought someone passed away or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, it was probably about the COVID. That's like, yeah, that's so, like I said, that's like politics when you talk to people about it.
Yeah.
So that's why I try not to get too involved in it, because everybody has different opinions about everything about that. So
Yeah.
and I don't like confrontation at all. So I try to avoid the subjects that have any confrontation.
Where's Bopox to put up his animal pictures?
Yeah, he's here tonight.
Every time he comes out and he gets uncomfortable, he starts putting up animal pictures.
I like that guy, and the other one from Canada too. He's also a nice guy.
Yeah, what's the guy's name from Canada? Oh, you're talking about Mark.
Yes, Mark.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yep, he really is. Yep. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I mean, you just don't know. You don't know what to believe sometimes. But, if you look at the numbers of people that are attending church and belief in general when they do these straw polls, it seems to be dwindling. The numbers.
I mean, it's one of those things, It's like you I know people who have gotten fully vaccinated who ended up in the hospital. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, I'm not trying to be anti-vax or not anti-vax, but yeah, it's just a rough time right now for everybody.
Yeah, I was supposed to get my booster today, but I didn't because I was getting my van work done. But I am going to get my booster. I'm going to get it. I am. I don't want to. I've read everything that I've read and everyone that I've talked to. I think it's the right thing to do. You said you got it, didn't you, Interneil?
Yes, man. My wife keeps on, pestering me.
You base this on an understanding that it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, but I haven't taken the booster as yet, and it's not far away from my place. Yeah, I procrastinate.
But if it was easy to get, would you get it tomorrow?
Yes.
You would?
Yep.
Okay.
It's not far away from my home.
Have you ever read any books on procrastination? Have you got a grip on this? Have you been able to improve it, head it off at the path?
At the moment, I'm not working, and when I don't work and when I don't have a job, then I'm a sloth.
Just don't get much done.
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I only go and check out my mailbox, and if I have to do the necessary, like the employment exchange and all that, that's what I do. And I wait, looking for a job, and they pay you only the minimum wage is 12 euro at the moment, and things are expensive, so I'm not getting into it.
Gotcha.
And then on top of it, COVID. And when I don't work, then I'm sitting in this is a small room, one room. I live in a one room with a porch, and what shall I do? We have a beautiful forest around here. I live next to Schleswig-Holstein area. That's another city, and sometimes I go there. We have such thick forest. In summer, it's dark in there.
So what's the next topic, Tom?
Evolution.
Yeah, evolution. How things morph and change and turn into different things.
Tom, I've never voted in my life.
Really?
Yep. And I got rid of my TV in 1997. After Kurt Cobain died, And after a year, no more television.
Do you read much?
I used to stop that too.
Well, what the hell do you do all day?
Please
You
stop.
want to see what the hell I do all day? If you
Yeah.
have a Facebook account, then you can join in and we'll see what I do down there. Post music.
Oh, okay. How come you
I
don't
listen.
why don't you do it on YouTube? Because of copyright?
I beg your pardon.
Why don't you post more things on YouTube? Just too much trouble?
I
Copyright?
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, it's really easy. Believe me,
I
if I
don't
can
know.
do it, anybody can do it.
I don't know how to do that. So I post important stuff on Facebook, like links and all that stuff. I got rid of many member. I have 18 member at the moment. That's that.
Oh, good.
I don't like too many people because I used to have too many musician, and they come into my messenger and ask me, "Do you play the blues?" And then it gets on my nerve. I can play the ragtime, I can play the jazz or blues. What difference does it make? Music is music. And people, they assume mostly that this guy is from India and must be Bollywood or yoga or Kama Sutra, and then I flip off because I'm
Yeah.
not typical Indian. Nah?
No, yeah, that's what they do. They're stereotyping.
They stereotype, and but the Germans who have traveled around, they are very understanding. They know those who have been outside Hamburg. They are interesting. Or
You
the
get
very Germans in their 90s and all, those who are in their 90 year and all, or mid 80s, they are very interesting. And those who are born after 1945, they are Red Indian and cowboy. The influence of USA is very heavy on their head. They
really?
dress up like cowboys, and they have that fantasy Route 66 fantasy.
Yeah,
And they
right.
are in their mid 60s or mid 60s, wearing jeans and jacket with ACDC on it, or or Motorhead. And then for me it's ha ha ha. What's gone wrong with them, their generation?
Right.
They're mid 40s born, 1940s, 45, 46 born generation. And the later, it's not their fault. What happened was, Hamburg side, that is in the north, the British took over after they lost the war, and the southern side of Germany were the Americans stationed, and then East Berlin. So that's the kind of influence they grew up with.
Right.
So they look at life. Some Germans like country music and all. I'm not against it, but they have forgotten their own tradition and culture. What they
Okay.
call is Germanic used to be.
Oh,
And they are
okay.
crazy. They are crazy about New York and these places they want to visit. And my wife, when my wife was there, they find it very interesting. That we're married to a girl from New York. It's a big deal down here.
Oh, really?
hmm They are very, very much Americanized here. The 1944, 46 born generation.
Huh. How far is the Black Forest area from you?
It's far. It's far. It's in southern Germany.
Oh, okay.
It's about 3 hours. It will take from if I take the autobahn.
Did you ever see any of those cuckoo clocks made there?
No, I haven't seen. I've been to Salzburg in Austria, and Passau is another place in southern part of Germany. Very conservative area, small area. It's on the border of Austria. Switzerland I have seen. Denmark many times I have seen, and what do you call Norway? There I was a couple of times.
Yeah. Now, did you know any German when you first moved there?
No, and that was shit, man. Damn.
Really?
No, I didn't come prepared. I was learning Japanese.
And how long did it take you to carry on a conversation in German after you got there?
Oh, it took me long because for 5 years I was arrogant. I said, "Yeah, I will not learn German or speak one word of it." And yeah, when my first wife we separated, and then I was on my own. And yeah, here even if they don't understand English, they don't speak English because some people they suffer from inferiority complex that they don't want to speak wrong English, and they know English.
Yeah.
They know English. Like my best friend, he's 60 years old, and that guy listens to Guitar Watson or whatever. And with him, I communicate in German, and he understands English very well, but he will not speak one word of it. Doesn't want to.
Oh wow.
Good night.
Yeah, I've heard it's a difficult language to learn.
Yeah, but by and large, the people are very nice here in Hamburg. They don't ask you private question. The girls are very direct. You know, if they like you, they they're direct. They're just ready to go with you. And if they don't like you, they tell you on your face, "Du bist nicht meine Typ," means you are not my type. You know, whoa.
Oh
People
wow.
find it blunt, but that's how they are in the north. These people were sailors. They live near the river and the ocean, Baltic Sea and Elbe River, and that's how they are very direct. But if a person is new out here, they will find it rude. But they are not rude. That's the way they are. Very direct. I like it. I'm direct too. But my wife did not like it at all when she was here for the first year. She said,
Huh.
"Wow, they are so rude."
Yeah.
For her, it was a culture shock coming from New York to Hamburg, and what kind of people are this? Damn.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yep.
But I did not get any. I did not have any culture shock when I came here because I have mixed with Germanic people. Like my first girlfriend was from Austria, and I was 19 years old, and so I know a little. I had a little bit vague idea that what kind of people are these, and sex and all this stuff. People don't talk about it. It's very open here.
Yeah.
So you can imagine. I live in this country where 16 years age is allowed for a girl to have sex with.
Can I answer someone's question, Fredericks? I think
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
as far as like marriage and everything goes. So the thing is marriage takes a lot of work. Like, it's not easy, rainbows and sunshine and every day is just great, no matter who you know or, whatever. You have to really work on it and go to like marriage, therapies and before it gets out of hand. But that's why I think a lot of people they just don't want to work on something that might be really difficult, you know.
It's the same down here. The young generation, they are not getting married. They have children, but they are not getting involved into marriage at all because they come from divorced parent and they have a bad idea, impression about marriages and all.
Well,
Only the foreigners, they have family here, big families, but the Germans, no.
well, I think, I think there's good legit reasons for getting divorced. Like, don't get me wrong, like, um, abuse or like,
Yeah,
like,
my wife got cheated three times by three guys. Ditched, cheated,
Hi, everybody.
betrayed. So
no, it is a lot. Like for someone who just said that if it's not a lot of work, you're with the wrong person. See, throughout the years, people change, like, and not like completely change or anything.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Things
That's
that
totally true.
happen, like it's not like every day isn't,
Yeah. I changed.
like you can't
We all do. That's
sit
just how
here.
that's how
Not
it
one
works.
person can sit here and say that they are the same person that they were 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
you,
look at the mirror if you don't believe it.
you don't
Yeah.
you don't do the same
God.
you don't do the same things that you did 20 years ago. Like maybe you have hobbies and everything, and that's great, but like no
yeah,
one is,
slowed down with age.
yeah, like nobody's like, you
It
know,
sucks. It sucks.
like you grow and you evolve, especially if you get married like young. Like when you're 22, your goals, expectations, things change. Exactly. Rita,
course
I
it
like
does.
what you just wrote.
Does.
People have to grow and change together in the marriage, right? But that's difficult. That's not an easy. That's not. And there's a lot of compromising too. A lot of people don't like to compromise.
Marriage is commitment and compromise. It's not more than that.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, like you have to do what you don't want to do. You
My
know,
wife,
That, that's true with pretty much everything.
right? Like you just can't like.
you covered everything in life.
Yeah.
My wife grew. She went from about 110 to about 165 in 20 years.
Well,
There
now,
you go.
Tom, yes, women do gain weight. So do men. Men do too. Men,
Exactly. Yeah,
men get
correct.
that belly on them.
Beer belly.
Yeah, communication. That was a good one. Communication.
Communication solves like so many problems. Like
Exactly.
you can't
Effective
even.
communication.
Yeah.
Yeah, mutual understanding. A man and woman should be open. There should be no hide and seek behind. You talk straight with one
Yes.
another.
Correct. Yeah.
On anything. I don't
Totally
hide
agree.
anything from my wife. She doesn't hide anything from me. And if she's like that. If she is not in the mood to talk, she said, "Yeah, I have a headache." And okay, New Yorker. She needs. You have to give space to one another, and then the feeling grows. It's not 24/7. You have to pick up on one another and be dominant and possessive. Then marriage doesn't work.
Yeah. Totally.
But Interneil, I'm
Hey.
assuming you're not going to have any more children, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't think so, but I wanted to ask. But so what's the purpose of marriage? Not that that's a requirement, but
A company.
But why do you need to get married to have that?
It's it's okay. My answer is
That's an interesting question. If you, I will be very straight to you. Why do you have to get married to marriage? Because lots of official work becomes better if you get married. Like I pay more tax because here I'm counted as separated in Germany. But no, if I were on paper I am married. If my wife start living together with me here, then I will have to pay less tax.
so for me,
I think that's the best reason I've ever heard. Tax breaks.
Yeah.
marriage is a true commitment, right? So like to get married, you have to plan, and then you have to know you're not getting out easy. You know what I mean? Like that's like a commitment. That's like a pure like so you take the time, you plan a wedding, you bring all of your friends and family together to see you guys, and you guys make vows to each other, and
I didn't. I brought 2 lesbians and a drug addicted nephew at a JP.
Oh God, Tom!
No wonder it didn't work. No wonder it didn't work.
Oh God! Oh God!
Family.
Yeah.
It's in relationship. If a person have too much expectation, then it flops.
Yeah.
Too much expectation is not nice in relationship, and don't expect that a guy will be a stud and she's some Playboy mag girl. Sex is also not very important. Okay, it's important, but it's not everything in marriage.
Right. Yeah.
Oh dear.
That teaches them.
Well, I think you can be too young to get. For example,
oh,
I
sure.
was with my husband. I was 18 till 30 years old, and we just both kind of woke up one day and realized we had nothing in common anymore. He was. I mean,
compatibility is very important.
at 30 years old, I was a different person.
Yeah, you were too young.
That's right. So we parted as friends. I talk to him to this day. We just, we were too young, and we grew up and realized, that, hey, this isn't, what a marriage is supposed to be. So I believe that, these young people, yes, you can be too young. Because like Michelle said, you are not the same person you were 20, 30 years, even 40 years ago, and if that person doesn't change with you, then you realize, hey, that we have nothing in common anymore.
That's right on.
So that's why I think even the older people, you hear people getting divorced after 30 and
Exactly.
40.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, 30 and 40 years of marriage. They get a
Mostly,
divorce and yeah.
mostly the so-called celebrities.
Well,
Right. And you think, why would a person, being married 30 years get a divorce? Well, I understand because you're changing every year.
Yeah.
You're a different you're a different person. So I never got married again. I was just married once. But I never did it again. No.
You should have. Don't. You shouldn't have given it up. You
do
know.
you want to know? Do you want to hear something funny? So, like my grandmother, she's been in a nursing home for a long time. She has dementia, and when I would go up there, because like she really didn't know who I was or anything, it's pretty bad. And she would talk about all of the old people having sex with each other all the time. She goes, "That's all they do up here. They just
Oh my
with each other
God.
all the time." So you want to
Why not? If the spark is there, it's nice. Sex is good for the brain and body.
Yeah, well,
Normally
yeah,
it is.
I just found it funny because here's my grandmother, she's like 95 years old and she's like, they just go at it. And like, I guess my girlfriend worked in a nursing home and she said that like the STD rate in the nursing
Yeah.
home was crazy.
That's
Yeah,
because
I've heard the same thing.
Yeah, that's because at that stage of the game, protection isn't an issue like it would be where if you didn't do it and it wrecked your whole sexual life, starting in your
But
mid.
but what's funny is your grandmother is from a different generation, and then that's too much for her. Damn it.
Yeah, she was going
You know?
nuts. She was just like, everyone just has sex with each other. It was kind of funny.
I promised myself I'll never wear a rubber after 75.
I guess I'm moving to a nursing home.
Oh my. Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, of course. Why not?
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
See,
there you go.
I've worked in old age home, and there are ladies who are lonely. And when I was working at a service craft there. What we call is giving them food and all. Yeah, all of a sudden they ask you, "You've got a nice long hair. Come and put earring in my ears," and I used to do that on them.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun. It was nice being around 90 years old and 80 years old. And I have a friend from Australia. She's now 83 years old and long-time friend. For 20 years, I know her on the internet.
Wow. Really? You met her on the internet?
Yeah, I met her on the internet. Ivan is her name, and she's an Australian lady, very strong, and she has daughters and granddaughters. Very nice lady.
Oh, wow. Cool. Hey, by the way, have you went to Austria while you lived there in Germany?
Austria, Salzburg.
Yeah, you done that?
Yeah.
And have you been there in the winter?
No, summer.
Yeah, there's a guy here that posts some videos, and it sure looks beautiful in the winter.
That's
Salzburg is
Philip,
Salzburg
right?
is.
Yeah, Philip. Yeah, yep.
Hey, come on, man! Show your face, man! Damn, man! You are making all these rainbows. LSD.
Sorry, I don't have my.
He's
I
a
need to
cheeky
buy
guy.
a webcam.
He's
I don't have a webcam.
hiding there. You are hiding behind purposely. Come on, man! Damn.
It's not purposefully. I just have to get my laptop out if I want to get on camera here.
So you are being lazy. I want to see your pretty face. Damn it!
Oh, Jesus Christ! Okay.
Where's your girlfriend?
Probably being annoyed at me upstairs.
She doesn't get mad you're on the internet so much?
No comment.
Oh, gosh. Michelle, does your hubby get mad that you're on the internet?
My wife doesn't get mad, but in the middle of the night she says, "Baby, go to sleep."
Really?
We talked about it, and he knows that I'm trying to start my own channel.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of time, and there's a lot that goes into YouTubing that I never realized, and it takes a lot of work.
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, I like doing it, so it doesn't seem that way to me.
Well, yours are very, you're very raw and like you just do um for the most part, except for when you do your interviews with the girls, because that takes planning and
Yeah.
um other things, you know, planning,
But
money.
Mama Mia, Berlin Wall is not left anymore. They have sold it all. They have taken small pieces out and sold it all. Excuse me, I'm talking to someone else.
Yeah. Oh, they did. Nothing left.
Nothing is left.
Did you get to
I
see
wa-
it?
Yeah, no, I've been to Berlin. I don't like Berlin a lot because it's too much multicultural. I don't like multicultural area. I live in a typical conservative German area, but here foreigners lives too. All my neighbors are Germans, and I try to, I'm not too much multicultural because yeah, every time I'm in a multicultural area, lots of bad thing happens there.
David Bowie used to hang out there a lot.
And Berlin is very much multicultural, and Hamburg too, but central Hamburg. But I'm living in a outskirts country. Here only old and retired people live, and they are very nice. We sit with them in summer and drink beer, and yeah, normal discussion. How is life? We wish one another evening, Abend and Morgen. It's very close knit
Yeah.
people, and they are not racist at all. They are not racist. But every time I go to areas where they have lots of mixed community, it gives me creeps.
Really?
Berlin is very much crime goes on there. Drug scene is very high, and I don't want to name the nationalities who are involved in it. Then you Nazi, you racist people will call me. Normally they do, and no, Berlin is not my kind of place. It's 3 hours from here. I have been there, but I was not impressed with it.
Hey, that one video you had where you were riding around with a guy in a truck.
Michael, yes.
Yeah, what were you doing?
We were delivering furniture.
Oh, okay.
We were
Cool.
delivering furniture.
Oh, okay. I mean, it
Even-
kind of looks like everywhere else.
Yeah, these are the normal street, but Hamburg is nice. Everything is tip top. Autobahn, and if you come to Germany, you will love driving here. Everyone obeys the rule.
How about motorcycles? Do you have many of those?
Yeah, many American comes. We have a Harley Day in Hamburg that starts from Reeperbahn area, our red light area, and many people from America they bring their Harley Davidson, and on that day they go out.
Okay, you said red light area. You mean prostitution?
Prostitution, gambling, live music. Beatles were there, played for the first time. They have a club
on
there
camera.
where Beatles used to play. Oh, that's nice to see you, man. Damn.
So is prostitution legal there?
Yes, prostitution is legal.
Oh, okay.
I used to go and sit with the prostitutes and drink beer and then make fun of the clients and all. A long
good.
time ago. I treat we treat prostitutes with respect here. They are not looked down and stuff like that. No, they are normal part of the employment. They are working. They are paying tax. They are insured. But
Yeah.
funny is when they solicit the customer and that bastard is bargaining, and then that blows me up. Bloody hell,
Yeah.
People
Tom,
come
you're
and
not
bargain.
moving there. You're not moving there, Tom.
Tom's like, I just found my
I didn't even know. I didn't even know that kind of scene never really did too much for me anyway. It's like too commercialized, I didn't like that kind of stuff.
Prostitution is legal here. It's legal in England. It's legal in Scandinavia. And no rape and all that kind of stuff doesn't happen here.
Well,
A girl
I
can
think
take the night bus at 3 in the morning and she can reach her home. Nothing of that sort happens.
I think in Canada too, it's legal. Like I think that they have. I think that's
Oh.
more with it becomes legal
Hello
it's more
again.
regulated.
I don't think it is in Canada. It's not in Ontario.
I don't know for a fact, but
I mean, strip clubs, yeah, but I don't think prostitution. I know it's not in Ontario, but maybe there's some place it is, like Montreal or something. I don't know. I don't
well,
know.
in Vegas, it's legal, right?
No, it's not. No, it is
Oh,
not
it's
legal. No,
I thought it was. Why did I
no.
think?
Prostitution is illegal in Las Vegas. You have to go outside of the county to
Oh,
that ballroom. About a 80-mile drive.
That's but that's like a municipality level thing, right?
Well,
Like the city of Las Vegas versus the state of Nevada, right?
well, the state. I don't know how that one county. There's only one county that I know of where it's legal. I don't understand how that happened. I went to that place one time, the Chicken Ranch. It's in Paul Rump. And
Yeah.
I went with a couple pilots and a nephew of mine that got out of a rehab. So we went out there, and by that time I was pretty seasoned anyway. And the way that it works is you go in, and the security guard says, "Hey, gentlemen, you here for a lady?" It's like, "Yeah." So they bring out like 60 women, and I swear to God, man, they brought these women out. I wouldn't have had a problem with it, right? I mean, that's why we went there. But I looked at them, and it's like I didn't really find any of them attractive. I thought they were too old, or they just looked. It wasn't like anything I thought was worth paying for. But my nephew went, it was like $600, and the pilots all went. It was about $500. But when they were in there banging these girls, I was drinking coffee with the security guard, and I remember making a comment to him, and I said, there's some of these women. It's just shocking to me that they get any business, But this goes to show you how the human mind works. And he said, "Nah." He said the plain Janes and the kind of unattractive ones actually do better over the course of a year than some of the really attractive women. And the theory was, in his mind, was that men felt more comfortable with unattractive women. Which you would have expected the opposite.
Yeah, I think there's some truth to that.
It was kind of a dumpy place. I didn't think the women were that good looking.
Tom, I just popped on to let you know about Canada, and the funny thing about the prostitution, I don't know if they made it legal or not, but
Yeah.
what they did do is they made it so that the prostitutes can claim it on their income tax, so they're not breaking the law that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they'll take your money. They'll take your money if you're a prostitute for income tax for your income, but I think they'll still bust you on the other side of the street.
Yeah.
For prostitution.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's lots of people that get arrested in sting operations in Las Vegas. They think they go out there and it's all do what you want, and not really.
That's
That's
what I
bad.
thought. Honestly, Tom, I thought, but like,
No, a lot of people think that, and a lot of people get caught. You'll have travelers come in there and order up a deal, and then before you know it, they go to some hotel room and they've already got the cameras set up. And once that money exchanges hands, they've got active prostitution sting operations there constantly. There used to be a show on TV, Las Vegas prostitution stings. Yeah. Now you can go, and even strip clubs, it's a 6-foot rule. You can't get within closer than 6 feet with a topless dancer. So they Sin City in it. You can do whatever you want. It's not quite like that. Yeah. So be careful if you go.
Don't worry.
Good to see you, Mark. Good to see you, Mark.
Yeah, how you
Honestly-
doing today?
I'm doing fine, man. Thank you.
That's good. That's good.
I'm not boozing, but I have my bottle of wine next to me.
Mark, do you have 2 windows open?
No, I don't. That's not me. I don't think. I got my earphones on.
I know it's not me. Oh, now it's gone. No, it's not. It's back.
Hold on, I'll jump off anyways. I just wanted to let you know about that.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, have a nice night, everybody.
All right, you too.
See you later,
You
Mark.
too.
Now
I always
watch-
wanted to go to Vegas, but like, because I want to see like the Grand Canyon and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it would be
Yeah.
so beautiful to go there,
Las
know,
Vegas
Pretty
is
amazing
fun.
out there. Yeah.
and like
I
see a
think those
show.
shows cost too much, though. I don't think they're worth it.
Man, Vegas was a very strange time. The times that I've gone there.
Yeah, I used to like to just go out there and get lost, not know anybody, like eat up late, play a few slot machines, stay up, drink coffee in the morning.
Yeah. The
Oh, I
buildings are
know.
so large in Las Vegas. It's kind
Yeah.
of it like boggles your like sense of perspective and everything, like sense of size and scale and all that. And man, I remember just wandering one time in the middle of the night and going into this gigantic plaza surrounded by these enormous buildings, and there was just a man completely face down in the middle of the plaza. I don't know if he was dead or whatever, but I turned the other way and went back to the hotel, and like that's the kind of place Las Vegas is to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, my aunt used to go there frequently to gamble.
Oh, really?
Hmm. She's
Yeah.
a spinster. She never married. She's now 92 years old, 93.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
So, Tom, what are some of your future projects that you're coming up with?
You mean like in what way? YouTube?
Yeah, like with the
I'm thinking about maybe going down to Georgia this weekend. I got a buddy of mine just bought a farm, and it's in a pretty dominant African American community, but it's really cool and it's like historic, and I think it'd be cool interviewing people. And he said the town's real cool and everybody's friendly. And then I may head out to New Mexico. It's still a little cold, some places. I don't want to have to.
My wife was living in New Mexico for a couple of years.
Yeah, it's a pretty place. I haven't been there in a while. Get out and do some different photography, that kind of thing. But I don't want to. Right now, I get a chance. Like I would cut down through Chicago, cut through Oklahoma, and right now you can still get nailed. I don't want to go any further north and get nailed around Colorado with the snow because I don't want to have snow tires on, right? So right now the problem's been it's just been so cold, and I don't want to go as far south as I'd have to be in good interview. Nobody's going to want to do an interview outside if it's 20 degrees. So right now the weather's kind of holding me up from taking it off. Georgia wouldn't be a problem, and it's not that far. I think it's 1,000 miles or something like that, where New Mexico is like 1,800. But I'm definitely want to get out and head southwest. And there's a lady that used to be on here a lot that I gave this bird cage to, this decorative bird cage, and she's had a lot of health problems. And I'd like to drop that off to her in Oklahoma. Yeah. And other than that, I may swing up through like Death Valley, Las Vegas, that kind of thing.
Southwest is cool. I enjoyed going down to the New Mexico area. I want to go to Death Valley though.
Yeah, I've been there. It's cool. I've been out there in the summer. I mean, it's hotter than hell.
Have you been to Alaska, Tom?
Everywhere, all of it, the whole interior, all the way up to Barrow, all down through the Aleutian Islands. I've been everywhere in Alaska. Yeah, I love Alaska, but I wouldn't want to live there.
Why?
No way. I wouldn't want to live there.
Because of sunshine, lack of sunshine?
You think that was up there in the summer before, north of the Arctic Circle where it never gets dark. I mean, that's kind of like, if you're tired, you can still sleep. They make a big deal out of it. It's just, there's just a lot of white trash up there. Heavy drug use.
Did you see the mosquitoes?
Oh, shit, yeah, man. I mean, I like nature and all that. I like it for about a day. And then I'm ready to go to a Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, I think mosquitoes and ticks are the two things.
Yeah, everything up there is like jumbo. Yeah, everything up there is jumbo. I liked it. I had a good time, especially in the remote places like the Aleutian Islands and Barrow, way up there at the top of the world. It was good experience. But I think and I went on a cruise after that because that's the only way you're going to see like Glacier Bay and that kind of thing. So I've covered every square inch of Alaska.
So do you intend to spend the rest of your other years here in Detroit?
Well, I live about 200 miles north of Detroit in a farming community, West Branch, Michigan. And Detroit's gotten pretty dangerous, and it's not like it was when I was down there before. So I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air. I do want to get to Las Vegas. Maybe when I go to New Mexico, sometimes I just take off. Like I take off from Georgia.
And have you been to Alabama?
Yeah, all over. Yep.
How
Yeah.
are the general population down there?
Well, the northern. Yeah,
Not in touch with the world.
Not really. Like Birmingham, it's like kind of like Detroit. The southeast corner, it's like NASCAR, rebel flag, Confederate flag, beer drinking.
Budweiser, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
John Wayne, and so on.
I like the Mississippi Delta, which is kind of the same way. I like Kentucky too, but if you get down the southeast section, like down around the Appalachians, it's
New Orleans. New Orleans is
like, yeah, I've been there. I don't care for it. I drive around New Orleans. I don't like anything about it. Where it's located, the weather, the beads, the Mardi Gras, nothing. They can keep it.
They have good food down there.
Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I like seafood and I like different kinds of food, but I'm not into that jambalaya and all that stuff. I'll eat it once in a while, but everything down there is tomato-based, spicy crap. French. Yeah, I'm not big into French food either.
I like a bunch of crawdads and a butter
Yeah,
stew.
Yeah, I like it like once in a while, I just it's not for me. I didn't like Hilton Head, South Carolina. I spent a week there in the spring. It's not for me either. It's just
but my wife likes Kentucky a lot. She was there for 10 years.
Where's that?
Kentucky.
Oh yeah, Kentucky. I like Kentucky. Northern Kentucky.
Kentucky. She was in Hendron area.
Yeah, I like Lexington, Louisville. I love them both. The top section of if you took a line and you took it from the east side of Kentucky and you drew it underneath Lexington, went up.
Tennessee and Kentucky is okay. They have the Dixies living down there, but it's a nice area.
Yeah, I really like Kentucky. Lexington and Louisville would be great places to live. I like Montana too.
Families from Bourbon County, a couple generations back.
Yeah, Montana's cool. I'd like Montana, but those towns are small and there's not much to do. All of them, they're small, even the bigger ones. Yeah, I don't. It wouldn't be for me. I'll tell you a nice town, Tupelo, Mississippi. Very nice.
I know a few guys who are living in Mississippi, and they are all musicians and into blues and all that. Clarksdale area and from there.
Yeah, I was just in Clarksdale about 9 months ago. Super high crime there.
Yeah, but that's the birthplace of blues.
They say that, but have you ever been there?
Chicago too.
Have you been to Clarksville?
No.
Clarksdale?
No, I haven't been there, but I know a few guys who are musicians.
But it's just like heavy duty poverty, blight.
Mhm.
Half the places are out of business, crimes through the roof, drugs all over. I mean, it's a dumpy town. There's not even a nice part of town there. You go in those blues thing, and you wonder if you're ever going to come out alive. Old, like, crappy decorations. It looks like 1950, and they never did a thing. If I never listen to another blues song again, it'd be too soon.
It's strange. I know a few guys from New York, and they are quite good in blues music. They live in Missouri, Mississippi, Missouri, or Clarksdale area.
Yeah.
Chicago too.
But I lived in Chicago, and those blues places, even like all those guys, those places went out of business when I was there. The only ones that stayed in business were ones that really didn't have that much to do with, like the blues, the House of Blues, and they stayed in business because they always had a lot of different concerts. But those famous guys from Chicago, all those places they had went out of business. There's not much of a demand for blues on a big commercial level.
No, it's not. Blues and jazz music is out.
Blues.
Yeah. No, I don't like the blues.
I find that interesting because, like, I feel like blues is like one of the genres that is almost like universally liked in a way.
Yeah, but on a small scale. You go on YouTube and look at famous blues musicians.
I hear what you're saying commercially, right? Yeah.
No, yeah, and that doesn't make it better. I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
There's some comedian that said the worst day of his life, he fell down the stairs drunk, broke both arms, broke both legs, had a concussion, and woke up in the middle of a blues concert.
Oh dear God. Okay.
So, yeah, it's not for me, you know. Yeah.
I've seen BB King here in Hamburg.
Oh, what'd you think of BB King?
And nice,
How many people showed up?
many.
Really?
The crowd was good, and all the oldies showed up in his concert, but the crowd was heavy. They don't like Rolling Stone in Hamburg anymore.
Why?
Yeah, because they don't like Mick Jagger going up and down.
Oh, really?
Yep, they are irritated of that Mick Jagger act on stage.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Hmm?
He sure gets around pretty good for his age.
Yeah, he
Probably
does.
sleeps for a week after every concert. You know, there's a bunch of that they don't show you with. Those guys have, you know, traveling physicians, and supplements, and masseuses, and great diet, and who knows what else they give them.
No, okay.
That's a good point.
He does his PT every day, and yeah, he's like that.
Yeah, probably right. Yep. Yeah, chiropractor and.
And
Yeah,
he's a hyperactive guy. I think so.
Yeah, Ron.
My wife saw Little Richard one time at the airport.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Oh, Little Richard.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still alive?
No, gone.
Oh, he is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's not too many people I go through all the hoops to see at a concert anymore.
No, it's not the same anymore, like the early
Yeah, sure.
80s or the mid 80s.
Yeah. No, hey, Cheryl, how you doing? Yeah, sure isn't. Yeah, things have just changed so much, man. I mean, who knows? I know David Crosby was saying if it affected his income much more, he was going to have to declare bankruptcy. You'd wonder how a guy with all the access to that kind of cash went broke, but that's what he said.
And what's coming up with California, Tom? Because I also have relatives living in Bay Area for a long time, since 60s.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know what's going on out there other than crimes going up and a lot of huge homeless problem.
That I've seen those
bad out
videos
there.
on, those Skid Rows. That I've seen.
Yeah.
Also Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia too. Louisville's got a big problem with homeless. You got anything out there like that near you, Michelle?
I think homelessness is everywhere,
But I mean, big communities. You got any big communities?
We do. We had like a tent. We had like a little like tent city, set up underneath the bridge, underneath one of the bridges downtown.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, they're actually on the news. The Open Door Mission was requesting like winter jackets, and they need more help, and that's a place for the homeless people to go, especially like when there's when it's cold outside. And then there's also the Red Cross too actually was on the news saying that this is the first time they've had like a major blood shortage too, so they're definitely looking for people to donate blood.
Wow.
If you can. Like they're especially looking for like obviously like O positive.
Yeah, I wonder why blood shortage. Why?
Probably because of I'm guessing like I don't know why but they said there's a massive like shortage of blood.
Oh, wow.
Well, I know that they do something too with like the plasma too, like so you can just donate plasma. Yeah. I don't know, and I don't know what they use. I really don't know what they use like the plasmas for either. So, Mama Mia, do you know? She said she's a nurse, right?
Yeah, I'm interested to know. Like,
I know the
how
Red
it
Cross will take a donation and sell the blood that you donate. They sell it. There's a way they
Oh,
get
really?
around it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You got to
well,
see
good.
the fleet of airplanes the Red Cross has.
I'm trying to look at all the sidebar
I'm not
chat
saying
and
it's a bad,
figure out what's
bad
going on.
organization or anything. You know, it's non-profit, but they sure have a weird way of doing things.
Well, a lot of things are, even a nonprofit makes a profit, you know. They just,
Yeah, it's a big organization.
Somebody gets paid at the end of the day.
See, now I'm starting to hear a little bit of background noise. Well, I don't know what causes that when it's the same people on. Bopak, is that you?
I don't know.
Now it's gone. Michelle, was that you screwing around?
I don't know.
No, it's not
That
me.
was Michelle.
No,
Gonna
Michelle
go.
is a calm person. No, I can see that.
Yeah, she's pretty calm.
Very calm. Yeah. I'm not. I'm hyperactive. Well, in front of you guys, I'm behaving at the moment.
You a coffee drinker? You a coffee
Yesterday,
drinker?
yeah. When I drink, I can drink. Sometimes I drink 9 cups of black coffee, and then I go, yeah, up and down, up and down.
Wow.
I'm also a pretty hyperactive person when it comes down to it.
Are you?
Yeah.
It must be driving you nuts.
Yeah, when my wife is around, she keeps on telling me, "Calm down." Okay.
They did not say anything about the Red Cross about not wanting any blood. Like, they didn't say, like, if you're vaccinated, not vaccinated. They want it all.
Yeah, I know
All
there's
the blood. Drain all the blood.
they do
They
separate
want your blood.
and there's ways they get away with selling it. Yeah, I don't really know the details of it, but I know it happens. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll try to
it's a
go
good
on
organization.
walks like 3 a.m. Can't sleep. I'll just like
I used to be like
go
that.
on a
Yeah,
walk. You know.
yeah.
That's how I deal with my sort of like fidgety hyperactiveness.
Yeah, but you don't have ring under your eyes. I got black rings under my eyes because for 3 hours, 4 hours maximum, I have to drink wine to get some sleep, man. Damn.
No, I am the same way. Don't don't get me wrong.
They say that even the smallest amount of alcohol affects your deep sleep, your REM.
Yeah,
It
I
does.
think it messes up the way that you actually go through the like different phases of your sleep cycle. But yeah, sometimes it's just hard to fall asleep
Yeah,
in the first place.
and I'm not getting any younger, and then more problem. Hyperactive, can't sleep, and I'm nocturnal since my childhood.
I think if you get more like cardio, like exercise, your
Yeah,
sleep
Yeah,
should get better.
that's what.
No,
If I work
it's
out for
100%, Michelle. Yeah.
work out, then I get tired, then I get normal sleep. But otherwise, sitting here whole day, after having my food, what's next? What's next?
Yeah.
And I'm not
That's why I've
going out
enjoyed
going
having
out because of
more
COVID at the
physical
moment.
job, honestly.
And I don't want to sit with my neighbors because she will start her, melodrama. Broke up with her ex, broke up with a boyfriend, and then, yeah. And then I go and stand in her balcony, and she said, "Yeah, I know that. Come and sit next to me." I'm sitting next to you. Then you start the same story, your broken romance or whatever.
Super boring.
She's a nice
Super
girl.
boring.
Yeah. She's a year older than me. The other one is also a year older than me. But yeah, they always start on their, the guys are these, guys are that. Okay, I'm a guy too, man. Damn.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, look what we started.
I'm not
Everybody wants to
I'm
talk
not
about all
gender
this.
yeah, I'm not gender biased, I'm not gender biased, but they are my neighbors, and if they call me, I go and sit with them and spend a little bit time. Okay, then 1 beer, 2 beer. Oh, hold on, wait. Drink the 3rd beer. I want to go home, damn man. Let me be. But
Tom,
then
I like your mug there.
yeah, then I don't want to hurt her, so I sit there and pretend. And then she turns on her music, and those are German pop music, and it really get on my nerve. My kind of much. And when I'm playing my music, she doesn't understand that, and she said, "Yours is boom, boom, boom." I said, "Okay, what do you want me to play?" She said, "I play my music." She's just
Boom,
next
boom,
door,
boom.
and I have to play her music to please her. I do that sometimes. You know. And then I grow. We have good relationship. Then I grow some fruits in my balcony, and she peeps in my balcony from her side, and hey, what's growing? And then I give it to her in her hand. You know. Lonely mother.
I'm very lucky to have a person who has similar taste in music.
Oh, that's nice.
Hey,
Because
Sandy.
otherwise, I think we would not be able to get along too well.
Yeah. When I'm sitting in my wife's vehicle, I put earplug in, and yeah, that's rude, but I can't dig her music.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi.
Unst, unst, unst.
Thinks she can hear us. Cindy's been around for a long time. She lives down in Ypsilanti, Michigan, down about 30 miles outside of Detroit.
I'm not far from you.
Hi there.
Well, about 180, but she's about 165 miles from me.
That's
Yep.
that's a drive.
Yeah, it's an easy drive, though. You can haul ass going down there the whole way.
And how is your vehicle performing, Tom?
My what? My
Your
van?
vehicle? Yeah.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah, I got a bearing going in a pulley. I'm going to have to get that fixed, but they fixed the hard part. So, I mean, you can't beat it. I got 440,000 miles before I needed a
Oh,
new radiator.
okay. It's not under warranty at the moment.
No, definitely not. I'm glad, though. So now I won't need to worry about it anymore. I knew I'd need
They,
one.
they don't make Toyota Hiace anymore.
What's that?
Toyota Hiace.
I don't know. I have a Toyota in the garage, actually. I haven't driven a Sienna.
Mach
You know,
speed mechanics.
Spare. Yeah, I got it as a spare. Yeah. So far, it's been a great vehicle for me. That's what I'm going to take out west. Get it fixed. Party on. Take it to Rochester, New York. Do a DoorDash. Right, Michelle?
DoorDash is nice. It's really nice, but you have to know what you're doing though too, because if you just go out there and you just take every order that comes your way, you're gonna end up in the hole. You're not gonna end up like making money. It's gonna be the total opposite. And take your you have to like take all your receipts and keep track of your mileage for when you do taxes because they don't take taxes out. So yeah, DoorDash will be fun.
Yeah.
Cross.
Oh, thank you. Michelle, you drink, don't you?
On occasion, sure.
And what's the occasion?
Sláinte.
Usually like with people or, if I go out to celebrate something, like I'll have a couple drinks.
Occasionally. That's nice.
You'd never drink a wine sitting at home?
Once in a great while, like I'll have some wine, but not like daily, not like every day.
Yeah.
No, daily is not nice.
Right.
Yeah, I try to stay away from drinking too much alcohol. It's not good for me. And
Yeah.
then it makes you just feel like you do it because you want to like relax and like everything, and you do. But then it's like, for me, it's like worse the next day. Like
Really?
my
You
whole,
get you get
I drink
hangover.
way too much. I don't know.
You think you drink too much, Bopa?
Oh yeah. I mean, so I have like a freakishly high alcohol tolerance, and I'm not like just like boasting or anything. It's just like sometimes I feel like it just doesn't have any effect on me, you know?
Yeah, give me an example.
Like I could easily drink like half of a bottle of whiskey in a night, and then I'd wake up and be like, okay, fine. Wouldn't really feel hungover. But after like a period of time of doing that,
Yeah.
then start to notice some things going a little wrong with the way your body's working, you know?
See, you are still young. Don't
Yeah,
screw your liver. Don't screw your liver up.
be young forever, right?
I'm turning 53 this month on 19th. I've screwed my body to a very extreme extent in my past.
Yeah, they say everything in moderation.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
trying to work on that part.
yeah, for some people it doesn't. Yes, it's just emotion. Emotion hits you back, and then you take all these drinks and all, and try to forget it. Normally what happens if I drink too much, I start crying because I go back to my past, and then I realize all the why it had to happen like that.
Yeah, exactly. No, I totally can relate to that. You start like descending into this weird abyss of memories and all these emotions and all that kind of thing. I can totally I've had similar experiences.
Yeah, but it does fill some kind of
Back
void.
again.
Like it's a good feel. Like it's a good feeling. Like
It's cathartic
gives you-
sometimes,
Yeah.
I would say. But
Yeah.
it's almost like you can get wrapped up in it, It's like you're pushing the
Yeah,
catharsis button.
you are right. I was living with a woman who was suffering from schizophrenic paranoia, and then I loved my son. We were very close, and then I lost contact with him when he was 5, and keeps on hitting back every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
That bothers you.
Yeah, and now my son is 22 years old, and he has no interest in me. It's not easy to forget. I used to bake cake with him, breads, and all the other mothers, single mothers, their kids used to come, and we used to put them all together in the kitchen, sleeping together, playing together. I love children, but that time is gone. The time goes so fast, and then you have now I'm 50, turning 53. Yeah, what was it all for? It comes back when you drink and all that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Feel like I feel like an ass. Complete bummer. Bummed around for nothing.
Yeah.
All in the name of romance and whatever.
Yeah. Well, at least you figured it out.
Yeah, I have figured it out, but I am lucky that I'm keeping myself away from drugs because that's also that tendency. Old habit die hard. And that tendency
Yeah.
I have it too. That self-destructive tendency. Train is
Yeah.
coming or feeling like, oh, let's do it, man. Let's go. That kind of self-destructive tendency I have in my brain.
I
Let's
always
go
have
then.
the issue with like, I'll be trying to sort of like, change some of the behaviors and stuff related to like drinking and all that and smoking when I was still smoking. And it gets so hard when there's a lot of social activities going on, like everybody's hanging out, if they're smoking cigarettes, if they're drinking,
Yeah,
it,
company.
it's so difficult. And what do? You just isolate yourself? Like it's kind of like an impossible question, but in the end you just have to want to do it, I think.
Yeah, but what's the carrot on the end of the stick? I mean, want to do it for
Right.
what?
I want like
Because,
for
if
me,
you would have wanted, I mean, you could have
Yeah.
just got to what you wanted to quit to begin with. So when you look at what caused that, it's a long way to want to
Yeah.
quit it because you didn't do
Yeah.
it to feel worse.
Yeah, at the spur of the moment, a person doesn't think in that situation. They just want to forget few hours for a little while, and they do when they
Mhm.
take hard drugs. And then
Yeah.
you are back to the reality again. Yeah, money is gone. You don't have. You are dirty, filthy. And yeah, room is dirty. Everything is messed up. And yeah, what the f, man? What did I do
mean,
all these 7 days?
I have stuff I would like want to do like that I can't do yet, and so
But you have a
that's the
girlfriend.
carrot,
You have a girlfriend. You have a reason to continue. Look at me. What do I live for? I live here alone. 22 years I have been living on my own. No relationship, no nothing, just spending my time.
It sounds
Getting
like
let
you have lived a life.
Yeah.
just 22 years I spent in Hamburg. Okay, I got married and we have plans now to go and settle down in Canada finally. But that time I was 30 years old when I came to Hamburg. Now I'm turning 53 here.
But what, and now are you going to apply for citizenship in Canada?
Yes, I can do that.
You going to do it?
I have to do it. I've got no other option.
And how about your wife?
She's US citizen. She will also do the same.
But I thought that the criteria changed. You just can't move over there and apply for citizenship. You've got to
No,
like,
you have to live there minimum 5 years, I think, or 7 years, something like that.
and that there's a problem. Is your wife planning on working?
She's how old she is now? She's 62 years old. Yeah, she's planning to work. She doesn't like to sit idle.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty big move.
Yeah, she's a typical South Bronx born New Yorker. Multitasking, and what she wants to do, she does it, no matter what. Like when she was living in Kentucky, I never expected. I thought I'm talking to a freak online, and just like any other woman. And she said, "Yeah, I'm coming to you within 1 week." I said, "Oh shit!" I heard, you know.
Yeah.
Tom, hey Tom, I'm sorry, but I fell asleep. Oh my
All
God.
right. That's okay. You're tired.
Yeah,
Welcome
but what?
back.
It's only 8, not even 8 o'clock here. I watched the little kids today, though. I think that's why I'm so worn out. But thanks for letting me on your panel, and I
Good
wanted
day,
to
bro.
yeah, good night to everybody.
Good
Yeah.
night,
Thank
sleep
you, Aunt
well.
Stephanie.
Okay, good night.
Good night, sleep well.
Good night.
Night.
Hey, I can't see you. I can't see you, man. Damn, man, you are gone again.
She fell asleep. I don't blame her.
I want to see Maryland.
Maryland?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's in Pennsylvania. That picture.
You live in Maryland, nah?
Yeah, I do.
What's your girlfriend do, Bopop?
Oh wow, you're
You a stripper or
uh,
something?
no, she works at a nonprofit organization in Washington D.C.
Wow, that's okay. Capital
Really?
of America.
And that's all I'll say.
Hey, what's the name of the place?
Nope. Sorry.
The secretive guide. Damn, man.
Oh, God.
You don't.
No.
That's his secretive guy. Doesn't show his face, and he doesn't want to give the whereabouts of
Oh,
his
he does.
girlfriend.
He does.
I do occasionally. I should get like an actual webcam because I hate using that laptop. It always fucks up.
No,
Why it fucks up?
webcams are cheap.
Yeah, they are cheap.
Yeah, I think they're. You can get a good one now, 4K, 1080p. Even the ones on the laptops are pretty good. I never used my laptop webcam till I started doing the StreamYard. I use a different one, when I face it outside. But I think you can get a really good one for like $90.
I'm using a mobile phone. I have a normal computer too.
Oh, okay. Michelle, you're using a phone, aren't you?
I beg your pardon?
Yes.
Yeah, Michelle's works good too.
Yeah. Right now, I'm using
My
my phone,
phone
but
is old
My-
and bad.
my laptop camera, like, it's just not good. The camera on my laptop. So I usually use my phone.
The bed is calling for Michelle too.
Yes, I'm gonna have to go soon. I'm gonna call. I need to cuddle. Well, you guys have a
Also,
great night.
how many
Yeah, I'm going
brothers
to
and
sign off too, I think, because I'm going to try and get to bed early tonight. This fun was asking me about. I'm going to put a video up on Tassie Fun Finding, so I'll do that tomorrow.
Cool. Because
Hi,
I was
have a nice
thinking
night.
about her.
I hope you guys have a good night.
Good night, all of you. Take care, man.
All right.
Good
See you,
night.
see you, Bopak,
See you.
Michelle.
See you, man.
Take care.
Take care.
Good night.
Good night.
Daisy, you want something to eat, hon?
Give us some food.